What do you regret finding out?
My dad informed me when I got back from Iraq that I was the reason he and my mother got a divorce. I never really wanted to join the military anyways, and messed me up big time. They had financial troubles, and my mom sent me care packages quite a lot. Apparently that put them into bankruptcy, and if I hadn't joined, it wouldn't have happened. I just wanted to get out of that house because it was like I didn't exist.
My mother died in a car accident when I was 3. I found out from a newspaper article years later that it was her fault. She wasn't paying attention and crossed the yellow line and ended both her life and that of the person in the other car.
I always blamed my best friend's erratic behavior on mental health issues until one day I found her passed out on my toilet and realized that her behavior always got erratic after bathroom visits. Unfortunately, she may have mental health issues, but an addiction to certain drugs was the reason for most of her behavior.
After we broke up, I found out my ex had been online looking for a sugar daddy, only 3 months into our 12-month relationship. I thought the whole time she was genuine. Turns out most of the time she was lying to my face. She broke up with me and started sleeping with her sugar daddy she had found 2 months before she dumped me.
What seems harmless but is incredibly dangerous?
Putting your feet up on the dash while riding as a passenger in a moving car. You do not want to see post-accident photos of what happens when someone is in that posture in a surprise head-on collision.
ER nurse. I had a teenage girl come from home economics class. She was sewing and had a pin between her lips. I mean, who hasn't done that? She sucked it in and it got lodged in her throat. While waiting for a scope, she felt it dislodge and went deep into her main bronchial. She required major surgery. Had a young boy running with a toothbrush in his mouth. Got jammed way deep, almost hit a major artery.
Water in general, but fast-moving water specifically. 2 or 3 inches of water is all that's needed to sweep you off of your feet if it's moving fast. 12 inches of water will lift and sweep away a car. Water is heavy and will mess you up if you don't respect it.
Cat bites. Cat fangs puncture deep and trap bacteria deep within your tissue, leading to horrible infections. You might think one isn't serious because it's not bleeding much, but that just means the wound isn't flushing properly. If you get seriously bitten by a cat, it's very important to go to urgent care so they can properly disinfect the wound.
Have you ever listened to a person talk for less than a minute and known you weren't going to get along with that person? What did they say?
There are different levels to being a psychic. I'm on the purple level, so I can talk to the dead, said a new employee at my previous job. Nope.
Years ago, me and my ex-husband went to see a movie with an older colleague of his. Before the movie, we had dinner at like a chain restaurant steakhouse type place. Staff on the floor was all 20-ish. I never met this man before, but in the first few minutes of sitting down and looking at the menu, he very confidently told us how he came there a lot and flirted with the female staff because they love the attention. The best part? His daughter worked there. All I could think was how I would literally cringe myself through the floor if I was 20 and my 50-year-old dad came into my place of work and perved on my coworkers because he didn't understand that. They only put up with him because they are paid to do so.
Yes, this guy hopped into our Discord group a few months back. He was a friend of a friend, but he didn't think to just add him to our server, but to our group chat. We all hop into a call, and first thing he does is make some remarks that are very politically sensitive, send some graphic photos, and made some inappropriate remarks. Didn't expect to meet someone and have him offend 6 people in the span of 10 minutes.
They talk negatively about someone else in a very judgy way. There was this mom in my daughter's school who seemed to know everyone. She talked to me and she spoke so bad about these people. Then moments later, I saw her interacting in a friendly way with those she was judging. My eyes rolled so much, I could see my brain telling me not to get involved with her. And I was right, because by the time school year ends, her friends hated her, and they were talking behind her back too.
As of right now, what will it take to make you 100% happy?
To just have energy and enthusiasm again. It feels like I've had very little energy for anything for almost 10 years now. I feel like a passive observer in my life most of the time. I'm doing what I'm supposed to, but any enjoyment has long since died.
A friend, or God forbid a girlfriend. I've been out of college several years now, and I've been friendless ever since. Hard to be excited about something and have nobody to tell.
Man, if I had childcare in this moment, I would totally lay down for like 2 hours for a nap. But I am the childcare.
A cabin in the woods, near a river. Solid and beautiful. Lots of windows and an incredible view. It'll smell like cedar and pipe tobacco. A simple wood shop and maybe a small painting studio. A large wood-burning fireplace. A cozy kitchen, nothing fancy. Really good coffee and mismatched mugs. Plenty of bourbon and wine. Lots of books and enough time to actually read them. Walks in the woods with my wife and dog. Fishing, canoeing, and shore lunches. Watching wildlife. Drawing and painting. A nice little town nearby, but just far enough away, with a good bookstore, an old diner, and a lively tavern. Need a spot to watch those Packers games. A well-seasoned and reliable old truck to get us there and back. Long days with my wife, listening to music, on vinyl, laughing, cooking, making love. Never feeling bored, never feeling rushed. Time enough to be able to just be us and do all those things we never seem to get around to doing.
What is something unrealistic that you often see in movies that annoys the hell out of you?
Unrealistic wealth. Typical family with one working parent has a 4-bedroom house with in-ground pool. College graduates living in some swanky penthouse on a babysitter salary, and 24-year-old doctors.
High school scenes where there are lounges in the hallway and students are free to be wherever they want, to be around the buildings, no matter the time of day without consequence.
When the entire plot rests on a character not explaining something that can be explained in under 1 minute. Characters making the dumbest, most unrealistic choices just to further the plot. Unnecessary sex scenes that add nothing whatsoever to the movie. Ordering at a restaurant and only taking 1 bite and leaving. In a post-apocalyptic world, somehow all cars on the road are parked or stranded in such a way that our main character has no problem driving between them. Witness protection somehow always fails in movies.
Sometimes in movie sex scenes, the guy just undoes his belt and immediately jumps right in. No build-up, no foreplay, just straight to it within seconds. My wife and I call it Mad Men-style sex, because almost every scene in Mad Men was like that. I know it happens sometimes, but Hollywood makes it seem like it's always instant, and somehow the woman is climaxing immediately.